guys suck. You're a bunch of wieners. So here, I was just watching this, make sure it was a good set, because these guys have a lot of good sets together, so I wanted to pick a decent one. But this one's very recent, so this is Jables and I'm Mad. Hopefully they fix these names, because this is backwards, obviously. Lime. If you did a nair instead of fair, would you have hit a crouching puff? Interesting. I don't know what you're talking about, Lime. Are you talking about the from platform thing? It probably, let's see, I don't have my 20XX up right now, but I would imagine because she kind of crunches herself up that that hitbox definitely would get closer to the ground, but then you're still at the same problem that even if she had landed in the fair, it still probably would have been crouch cancelable or crouch cancel restable, depending on the spacing, you know, because it does make the puff slide away a little bit. But then you'd be in the same boat. And I don't know about Sheik, how much ending lag there is even with the L cancel, because I know with Spaceys, the nair has less landing lag even with the L cancel than the down air. So that might give you a little bit more wiggle room to get out of there. But in any case, we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna adjust so you guys can see this chat. Oh! See what people were shit talking during it. Also, Kerrigan usually spits out a bunch of nice crap for us to read. In any case, 1-1 who? Have to have been a very low nair. Yeah, and so I'm pretty sure that nair is a sex kick, right? So definitely would have wanted it to be as early as possible. In any case, here we are with I'm Mad and Jables. In case you guys don't know these players, those names are backwards. So Jables with the fro, I'm Mad looking freshly bald. I think he had a funny story about that. You might want to ask him. I think he wanted to get a haircut and then the barber screwed up or something. Then he was like, "Screw it, take it off." But these guys play all the time. These guys have been sparring partners and friends for quite a while, so they have some pretty good sets. They know each other pretty well, and a lot of times it comes down to whether or not they can execute. Because I'm Mad can do some nasty stuff, but depending on the temperature, the air pressure, sometimes things just don't happen. So we start off at oh yikes, I don't even want to get into that yet. We start off at Dreamland, which doesn't surprise me. IMAD's not really afraid of this stage. I'm kind of curious about what they had, what they struck. It looked like they were talking about it at the stage select screen, but so okay. According to YouTube, within 5 seconds, he goes from 0 to 40. You already know how that happens. So it looks like he's kind of trying to space him out, which he does pretty well. And he actually gets a pretty sick down tilt. I actually like that a lot. But at 0%, the crouch cancel, nothing you can do about that. And the down smash, pretty good pick, because he's already crouching. It takes, you know, humans, takes us quite a while. Ooh, in terms of frames anyway, to let go. Oh! Okay. So Imad's like, you know what? I don't want to pineapple you. I want to destroy you by my own hands. So far, pretty good execution. Usually by now, if Imad was, you know, cold hands mode, he'd have missed something by now. Oh, okay. So let's see what Jables was trying to go for. So another good one, but then it looks like he trades with, God, what must have been the first frame of that up smash. And then, okay, so he's coming down, definitely making it look like he's going to go to platform here. And it looks like Imad dashes over there to cover it, and then dashes back here. Imad most likely was calling out, or was expecting Jables to go down to ledge. That was probably trying to cover that, but the up smash is big enough where Jables was. He couldn't get far enough right to avoid it. So I'm not giving you 100% credit for that, but it worked out for you. But yeah, kind of one of those times when you just kind of, when Peach coming down, you have the air dodge, you just kind of want to mix it up. So definitely wasn't a bad call, but IMAD covered it. Pretty good follow-ups. Doesn't, let's see what happens here. Was this DI? I want to see this combo again. Because we won't hit the dash attack. Reads the tech, gets the grab. Up throw, dash attack. Oh, that was really nice, actually. Looks like he just... It's a little bit off. This I do not like. Greg, you should be ashamed. What's going on over here? Jax, Wasp is no sharper than a bee. Jax, you don't even know what you're talking about. Want to do analysis of Jax versus Wasp for 5th? Maybe. But I'd rather not talk too much shit about myself. That was definitely your set, Jax. I'll give you that. Okay. But yeah, I might do that. So again, really close call there. Super good decision there. Actually, I do want to just point out what happens here on Shield. So much stuff happens here. So it looks like he lets go. He definitely had the chance to do something, but with the float canceled, the float cancel after, you know, the aerial, definitely not a good time to do something. He would have had to get out of shield or shine out of shield or do something a little bit sooner. He could have even buffered a roll, but it looks like that happens all the time, especially with IMAD. He wants to do something and has a decent chance to do it, but it'll be a little too late, or yeah, shield's well, but then let's go with shield. So Greg's over here. Actually, even before that, so you know, it seems like I don't feel like going back. So okay, well maybe I will. Is that full speed? Okay, so he jumps and he's here. So just right off the bat, you know, he's out here somewhere. But you know, this thing, you never trust that damn little camera. You're probably right around here. And first of all, I think he could immediately side B. I don't know if I see Greg do this a lot. I gotta do. I'd probably put like a 90% he's in range. Maybe Jax, if you're still watching, you could probably give your analysis of that. It definitely looks like he could have done it. He even jumps. Almost looks like he's going for it. If he's not gonna go for it, I don't really even see the point of jumping. You might as well just get into your Firefox as quick as you can. But he doesn't. Let me erase that. Instead, he goes down. There you go. And then here, he sees the turnip coming, which kind of looks creepy at this resolution. But I don't even know. He goes under it. I really don't know what could have happened there. I really just don't like it. I think he could have side B'd. This is another instance of what I was talking about between the Sheik and Puff set. Is when you have this time to up B, you have to take into account where the Peach is, or where your opponent is. And in this case, Jables is way far away, so you have no need to even perfect a ledge. So he could have side B'd there very cleanly. He could have immediately up B'd pretty cleanly before the turnip even comes into play. And it's actually a pretty good turnip throw. He definitely knew that distance, and it just went right by the, you know, went right over the ledge, which was very good coverage there for any angles coming down, or you know, whatever you're trying to do right up. But so kind of just a crappy situation. He definitely could have made that back. He had no reason to die there. Can you repeat the thing you said after Jax? What did I say? I think I said Jax is a wiener. Wasp, please dab for us on stream. No. Man, it's so hard. Man, chat sucks. This was like 15 seconds ago. I don't know what I was talking about. In any case, moving on. So yeah, that, you know, in the heat of the moment, it's kind of hard. But basically, if you're a Fox or any character that has time to sit in your recovery, look at your other player. Look at your opponent. You know, most of the times you're going to go straight to ledge, or even in this case, he could have side B'd onto stage somewhat safely. I like that, actually. He sends him off. Jables forced to up B. And the one mistake that people make here a lot is they'll go after the Peach, which, if you do it well, obviously is really good. but it gives the Peach a chance to, you know, throw you off. And, you know, no matter who you are, your aerial mobility is limited, and once you commit to something, you're not going to be able to do much, and potentially you can be put in a bad spot. So I like the fact that he sits here and waits. He does that a little too early. Whether or not it would have even hit, let's see where Peach comes in. So she comes in, I don't know if she would have let go right there. But Jables obviously realized he missed, and he's going to come down and try to capitalize off of it. But it was pretty good idea to stay down there and wait, because she was very limited. She would have either had to go back to ledge or come in over the top of you, in which case you could get something pretty easy. That was a shield stab, I think. Interesting little, interesting stuff going on here in neutral. I don't know what that was supposed to be. That looked like a shield stab. I don't think he tried doing anything out of shield. Not really much you can do there. Angling your shield's pretty easy, but if I were you, I'd just focus more about not being in that situation. But, yeah. I'm sure Greg knows this. Oh, that was sick. So back to off stage. He goes in for one up air. It looks like he's about to go for another, but Jables stuffs it with the back air. And then what does Jables try doing there? He gets hit. He doesn't need to. He tried going from an up air. He was a little too late. It was definitely a good read, but looked like I'm at with Fox, you know, even no matter what they're doing, they're going to be able to, they're not going to have very much ending lag. So maybe a little overzealous, maybe a little greedy there from Jables, but you know, it was pretty good execution from IMAD, so he can't be mad about too much. Definitely was worth the risk, because had he gotten that up air, but anyway, that's irrelevant now. Let's focus here. Top platform grab, not a good spot for Fox. He gets a good air, or a good nair, send him off. But let's see what Greg does here to get back. Before I do that, what are you guys talking about? Yo, are you guys having a fight? Put my money on 112. Alright, so the nair. So he's got all the time. He grabs a turnip. Then he backs off. I don't know if that's a good idea to back off like that. If you back off, that's pretty much saying, I'm expecting you to up B in towards stage. Ledge is yours. But then he comes back in for it. So I don't really know what the correct choice was. He obviously didn't get punished for it, but he might have just wanted to, you know, accept his loss, give it up, because had ledge IMAD had a really good, you know, ledge punish, he could have really gotten him. And that's gonna be that. IMAD with the acknowledgement. He's like, I did it. Gets up from stage just fine. That down smash, not the best, but he didn't get really punished for it. It was the spot dodge. That's just kind of a crappy place to be in. I definitely don't blame Jables for going for this down smash, because with IMAD at 130, that most certainly would have been death. Yeah, that back here though. It almost looked like actually a buffered input here. So he gets a good back. Good movement there. I like him keeping his back. Oh, man, I can't even tell. The damn percentages are in the way. But it looked like after the back air, it looked like he might have buffered a down air. I think he buffered a down air there, trying to get a crouch cancel down smash. So sort of, that was kind of like a last ditch effort from Jables. But he definitely wanted to get that stock out of there really quick, because he was at the percentage where up smashes and up airs are going to start killing. So you can't be too upset about that. Yeah, it was a pretty good last stock. Alright, what is this? Is Fox up air safe on shield, or does grab come out before you can shine? That's a good question. I think it's another one of those where it depends on how many hits of the up air you get out, and like any other aerials, how close you do it to the ground. But I've seen it done safely a lot of top level play, but I don't know if that's the you know, respect from the person shielding, or if it's the pressure being safe. But typically, not the best one, not the best option. Oh, and then, well, speaking of up airs, so we start out here. First of all, going back to Dreamland, Jables. Let's see what. I don't know what IMAP would have banned. Probably Final D, even though he really likes that stage. I really don't think he'd like playing Jables there. And back to Dreamland. Definitely respectable choice from Jables, because some Peaches, obviously, you're going to hate this if the Fox is super campy, running away and stuff like that. But IMAD, he's not worrying about that too much. IMAD does space well and go, you know, he runs away a little bit to do something, but he always comes back. So I don't think Jables is really going to be worried about IMAD camping. And even if that's what it took for IMAD to win the game, I don't think IMAD would resort to that. He's not a wiener. Yeah, Greg just loves that stage. It's in his blood. So he starts out here with a couple lasers, gets 6%. I like doing that at the start of the game. And like I said, he comes in with the up air, and it just gets crouch canceled. It gets stuffed super hard. I think he only got the first hit. Had he gotten the second hit, I don't know if that would have been crouch cancel. If that could have been crouch canceled. But he gets out of Peach pressure. Looks like Jables was reading the roll left and didn't get it. So IMAD was able to get out of there. Oh, the close laser. The dash attacks Jables has been going for, they haven't worked out for him yet this game. But he hasn't gotten punished for them, so... And especially with IMAD at, you know, above 80%. Ooh, that was such a sick... Right there. Would I have put my money on that angle? I don't know, that's definitely the Grangle. I'm dumb, I probably would have gone a super high. Let's annotate. So he's going straight to ledge here, and it looks like he rides it just a teeny bit to give him the perfect. In fact, it might not have been the sweet spot. He might have been able to clip him with something, but I'm an idiot. I would have gone for the just off of up angle, and then I like that personally, just because, in my opinion, it's easier to do this and die, and die, rather than actually accidentally doing this and dying, even though it does happen sometimes. But going high, it just gives you the ability to either fade in or fade forward or backwards, and you can control your fast falling time. So it's not necessarily better, but it just gives you a little bit more options. But if you're in this position and you can hit this angle perfectly like IMAD does, definitely a good call. Covers with a back air. Back air definitely too high. And Jables being on this platform, I don't know if I like that. But before I even say that, from right here, one thing I've noticed a lot of players doing lately is not just grabbing the ledge. If he had just grabbed the ledge here, he had all the time in the world to do that. Even if he's looking at this now, he would agree. He'd be like, yo, I should have grabbed that ledge. But in the moment, it's hard to tell whether or not that's their only option. If that's their only option, you want to just grab the ledge. And you had all the time in the world to do it, but Greg has the best uppy angles of WSU. Yeah, the Grangle is definitely OP. Going high is way easier edge guard for Peach. Yeah, I agree. Especially where she was. I was not talking about that situation specifically. I was just talking about why I usually do it. Mainly because I don't trust this. And I very often kill myself with it. But yeah, when it comes to being at a range where you have to get ledge, it's, again, sort of the thing where you kind of have to depend on where your opponent is. If they're right there at ledge, again, like, had Jables gone down there and grabbed this, I would have been dead. So in that situation, I would have assumed, and there he goes high, I would have assumed that they'd grab the ledge, so going high would at least give you, you know, the possibility of them rolling up or screwing up or something like that. But yeah, you're definitely right. Going up is a pretty easy time for the Peach. And that sucks. That sucks there. That was a good catch from IMAD. He waits till the last minute and does that. Sort of questionable. He smiles it off, so it kind of looks like he just chose to do that. Not necessarily, you know, thinking that was the best idea. And that's what these guys do. They kind of just go for stuff against each other, at least. Oh my god. Calls out, what was that, a down air? Okay, so first of all, I don't like these shines. If you miss the first or second one, it is still possible. So he misses that one because he either doesn't get the big enough wave shine or wave dash after the shine. Or it might have just been that Jables had a really nice smash DI on that one. That was an up air. See, another move that I really don't personally like being used unless the opponent is in hit stun. But obviously, if it works, it's really good. So definitely sort of a trade-off there. But yeah, so with the wave shining, it sort of seems like Greg just wasn't getting the hit confirmed. But that's pretty much the only one we've seen, as far as I can remember. I like the spacing here, controlling center stage from Jables. I think Imad was hoping he had hit the platform there, or stayed on the platform, but either way, he got down safely. Whenever the platforms are involved, the uppies downwards can kind of throw off people, because even they're not sure where they're going to end up. Coming in over the top. Greg stuffing him out with back airs really well. So there was the first time. So the first 2 times he comes in, he just rides straight. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to come in here. He drops at the last second, hoping he can, once he sees that Greg's coming up for or once Imad's coming up for a back air, he tries to drop out. But then on the 3rd time, he comes down and he you know, waves the parasol, whatever you call that. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, let's see if he finishes that here before we go back. Oh, doesn't finish out and actually ends up getting turned around on him. But this is a pretty sick sequence. I want to see what do you think Greg's coming down here with? Oh, barely misses that dash attack. That dash attack might have turned into an up air. So he comes down with an up air. Of all, well, that was a very Greg thing to do. He went down there with an up air, gets stuffed with a very sick up air from Peach. Then gets him, clips him with the last hit, one of the last frames of the parasol, and then gets him with a couple, maybe even 3 hits of the down smash. Oh, was that a Mr. Saturn? Yo. Didn't even notice. Gone just like that. What's Kerrigan saying? I mean, it was close. Jables would have won if he didn't make 1 or 2 mistakes. A run back is fine. Commentator's probably questioning going back. So, in fact, I don't even think that was very bad. Definitely, if you know your opponent, if you know the Fox, if you're playing a Fox and you know they're capable of perfect ledge dashes or even close to perfect ledge dashes, this is kind of where you need to be. Let's see if I can get it. So I don't know off the top of my head. The camera angles and the distances always make it a little bit, but I would guess this is right about where up smash max range comes out without any movement. You know, just ledge dashing up, Fox coming up, ledge dashing, wave lands over here. You know, assuming max distance, and then up smash probably comes right around here. And so, in the previous few situations where Ahmad's off stage over here, he's been kind of wave dashing around here. You know, picks up a turnip, keeping center stage. That's really good. But you kind of want to pressure this area over here, but you're just kind of going to be susceptible to what happens to him. And it looks like he even catches on to it and realizes he shouldn't be this close. So, let's see. So he's in his float. He changes his mind, goes high, gets the back air, misses this, and then he starts to dash away. That might have just been one little feint to come back, but Greg catches him, recognizing that he's there. He's not really throwing anything out, so he goes for it. So now we're both at 2 stocks here. Jables looks like he's playing the distance a little bit better. Float's a little too low to do anything about that. He might have been, I kind of want to go back and look at this really quick. So he floats down at minimum range, probably expecting to go to ledge. And I don't think he even minds too much about letting Fox back there. But that back air he does is basically a chase. And this is kind of just saying, please hit this. And then Imad actually has a pretty good up smash there. I really like this. Pretty good awareness. Almost clanks with that, I think it was a fair Jables was coming down with. Another one of those up Bs coming down, super ambiguous. But it looks like Jables had a pretty good read on going left somewhere. So he runs over there. And no harm, no foul. Even he doesn't do much with it, but he doesn't get hurt for it, so it doesn't really matter. Good turnip. What's he gonna do here? Ooh, see that's a sticky situation. So Fox is low, and so there's actually surprisingly a lot of options Fox can do. Most of them won't, but because they can ride the stage, and because this is Greg and he's got all the Grangles, he could either go straight as close to this as he can, or close to not getting pineappled, and then ride up. And I think the angle sort of about here is what he goes for. Or he could go straight up from here. I don't think straight up. He'd probably be around here. I don't think he'd have enough time to wade over to get to the ledge. So I think in Imad's mind, he's thinking I need to ride this ledge. And it looks like Jables sort of understands that because he goes over to it. Now let me make sure this is slow-mo. Because I don't like this. It definitely works out for Jables. And I would say Imad probably... Well, actually, he obviously didn't make the right decision with his up B. Because I think he rode it a little too hard, like that first line I drew. So Jables notices thinks he's going to come over, so he goes over to do this. But then he throws out a fair. He times it right, but basically what I think is going on here is there's two possible angles here for Greg to ride. He's either going to go down here from wherever he is, which is what he does, or he kind of goes forward a little bit up, and he wouldn't ride the stage as much. And Peach is right here. So she throws out the forward air, which is, looking back on it, in hindsight, was a good situation, because turns out he has to do this ledge, or this angle to get back. As we see, he takes this angle, and even if Peach wasn't there, he wouldn't have made it back. So, that said, I don't think Jables was aware of that. If he actually wanted to hit the Fox, a back air probably would have been better, but it wouldn't really matter. The one good thing here is, because they trade. Well, no, they don't even trade. The fair doesn't even hit Fox, so she just takes the hit and she goes up, but it doesn't really matter. The one good thing is that Jables didn't decide to do a down air. It might have worked out because it might have pushed Fox underneath the stage and might have gotten pineappled, but that would give Fox another chance to recovery. And then if he's right around here after the down air, then he has many choices again. He could go straight up, he could ride it any amount he wants. So basically it was really good recognition from Jables to know that he has to go this way, and he covers it with the fair. Might not have been the best, because had he gone this way, they might have traded, and the Firefox hitbox might have hit him and stage spiked him. But anyway, it's another one of those things where you're in the heat of the moment, and you just want to cover him. You just want to make sure he doesn't get back. So, not too bad. Let's get back to full speed here. So, shakes it off, gets back to center stage, pulls a turnip. He keeps moving. Against Greg, you have to keep moving. Walks away. I like it when they kind of reset. Oh, not gonna. Oh, wow. That was unfortunate for Jables, because it looks like better DI definitely would have saved that. So she gets back aired. She tries coming down with a fair, and I think that might have been a little bit better, even if Jables had put that hitbox lower. Oh, that's too fast. Even if Jables had put that hitbox lower. Ooh, is that a dot eyes? I think it might be. They might have clashed, but still probably not the best idea. But I think he was a little bit too high, or did that fair a little too soon. And since these guys play together, Imad definitely knows that if you incorrectly do throw out a hitbox like that, you can get a good up smash in. And he was already dash dancing around, ready to do it. So we got a dot eyes, I think. Oh, tosses it like it's nothing. Man, a Saturn and a dot eyes. Wasted. Alright, let's analyze a little bit. This is going a little too fast. So decent pressure here from Imad. He's playing pretty well. He definitely is messing up a little bit. He's gotten stuck in his shine a couple times and full hopped a few times in accident. But otherwise, he's where he wants to be and doing most of what he wants to do. So this is pretty good for Imad to look at. So we can focus rather on rather than focusing on what he did wrong. Technically, he can focus on decisions, and that is super close. Nice. That was a nice catch from Jables. So it throws that up, catches him, still has time to get the nair, and then nails him with that. Goes down there. Basically, this is super cool, and Jables gets into position very quick. So you got your fox here, and you got your ledge there, and there's still the case that he could take different angles. He could go a little bit higher, and maybe not in this specific example. I don't know how deep he is, you know, from this camera angle. But he could go a little bit higher and go down. He could go straight to, I'm guessing, or he could probably ride the stage and maybe make it. Or it might be the case there's only two angles here, but in any case, Jables, it's sort of like in sports, you know. I remember coaches when I was really little in basketball or soccer being like, yo, just get between him. Uh-oh, what happened here? Sorry, one sec. Uh-oh. Here we go. So basically he just puts himself in the middle of where Imad wants to be. And then at that point, it's just a matter of whether or not Jables can time it right. You bugger. And he does. And in fact, it was actually very close. It looked like you can barely even see the nair animation, so it looks like that might have been super close. I know one thing I do know, Jables, in case you're looking for other ideas, I watch Armada's stream a lot, and one thing he does down there, well, first of all, it's different if you have a turnip, but when you're in that situation, you didn't have time to grab another one before you could get down there. But one thing I do see a lot is they'll go down there and not even stay in the middle, because wait, actually, was that last stock? Because that does change things a little bit. Yeah, I think your way was a little bit safer. You had one stock left, but I know Armada a lot of times will either just go down there and immediately trade with a fair, not even care, you know, because most of the time, if you have your parasol, you'll outlive them in an up B battle. Or he'll go down there with a down smash, or sorry, a down air, and then have even more time to line up your fair. But as long as you're comfortable with your timing, then that's no problem. So Greg, it looks like he's being caught by a down air, or sorry, the down smash at the beginning of games. It seems like the first stock he's gotten caught by that a lot, and then he's sort of like, oh yeah, whoops. So we also got to talk about going to Battlefield. I don't know what. Imad probably. I kind of want to go back to the beginning of the stock after he gets down smashed for the first time. I only got hit once there, so it actually wasn't too bad. End of follow up with a dash attack. Can't complain about that. That was a good read or reaction. Oh, that was pretty sick. Gets him with one or two hits of the down air into a down smash. That was really cool. Goes to top platform. Good idea. So now he's free. This is anyone's game here. And I don't like that dare. I think he meant to do a short hop, and that it looks like his tech is just a little bit off this game. He when it comes to wave shining, he gets the first one, and then first of all his wave shine is not that good. The wave dash out of the shine, it looks like he does not hit the air dodge until a few frames later than he wants to. So you can see Fox goes up a little bit more than he probably want to. And that actually ended up being kind of good, because the thing about drilling high on somebody is that, one, they have more opportunities to crouch cancel it, or if they get out of it, they'll have more time to do something. Also, well, let's see here. Also, they have more time to smash DI it. But there, he hit him with the beginning. He hit him with, like, the first drill, and then again at the end, which is actually kind of cool. So then he gets a shine, but then that wave dash, that one's actually all right. Ooh, did he turn around there? A lot of times you'll see foxes in their shine when they're trying to do something. They'll turn around. They'll do a 360 super quick, almost like quicker than you can even see. And that sucks. That usually means they're trying to do something too fast. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to see this that well. So shine, shine, I think he did the 360 there, but either way, he gets stuck. And when you're in that position, when you're stuck here, I don't know what Imad's about to do. We've already seen it, but I don't remember. But basically, if you miss your opportunity, get out of there. You take your loss. You kind of have to swallow that, and it's hard because sometimes you just want to push it more, you know. But basically, after you miss something like that, you should just get out of there, reset. But another thing is that characters who get wave shined, like Peach, Sheik, and Falcon, are the ones I'm most experienced with. If you mess up your wave shine, they a lot of times instinctively want to act out of it immediately. So even if he misses this, he can almost bait out the next hit. Obviously, it's situational stuff. Greg is real good when he wants to be. I wish he would place higher. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true. If he wanted to, he could definitely go wiener mode and get higher placings, but I think I like the way he plays. Kind of similar to me. But I'm usually more willing to be a wiener than he is. So what does he do? Wave dash back. This is good. So he could have punished that, but instead it looks like he had already kind of, you know, predetermined that he was going to get back and jump. So that's kind of what I was talking about. He definitely, the wave dash back was awesome. He could have dash danced as well. The dash attack from Jables, like I said, it was pretty easy to guess. That was a move that they do to punish the missed shine pressure. But no grab, so they come back out to neutral. And gets crouch canceled from a nair. Again, it's one of those moves in a lot of matchups. Most of them just don't even do the nair. That sucks right there. The nair for Fox, if you do it perfectly, I'm pretty sure it works in most situations. If you do it late enough, and you can get your shine or whatever and don't script you, cancel. It's pretty good. But if you're getting crouch canceled a lot, and if you're getting, you know, or even, you know, there's a lot of things they can do from a bad nair. But if it's not working out for you a lot, just don't do the nair. Just do something a little bit more safer. Even drills are a little easier to manage. And that, okay, this is another good point, or another good instance of what I was talking about. So he's here. Did I go too far? So he gets out, and this is where he starts his up B. And at this point, this is what I'm talking about, where you have to, oh, get rid of that. So he's here, Ledge is here, Peach is here. And if you're paying attention to where Peach is, dude, you could go anywhere. So this is right when the Firefox starts. So you got, I don't know how many frames that is, probably 40 or something like that, I would guess. So by the time it comes out, Peach could be anywhere. I would say she could be anywhere within this circle. She could get down to the ground, go over to this platform. But you have to play it by ear, because Greg, he chooses to go to platform, what he thinks is this angle. Turns out it's not. He ends up going like down here at this angle. But I don't know. It was a pretty good call, because if they're that far away and you know you can get to the ledge, why not? Just do it. Although when you're super far away, again, this was just kind of not necessarily Greg's fault. Well, it was, because he chose the angle, but it wasn't a super bad call. He could have gone a little bit higher. He probably could have gotten to platform before she could do anything, and then if you get your shield up immediately or just jump, you could shield drop, you could dash out of it, you could wave that shield, you could probably punish, because again, if you get here, there's a stubbornness factor at all levels, so say Firefox is over here and you're sitting here, Greg, Imad, Peach will by this time be down here, and you'll be holding shield, and Peach or whoever your opponent is usually going to be pissed off that they didn't hit it, and they're, instead of saying, okay, you won, let's reset to neutral, they're going to want to push it further, even though they probably shouldn't. So again, it's another one of those situations where you can wait for them to try to do something, and then if you have if you have an up smash or shield or whatever, you could probably get away with punishing them. But Greg does what's not a bad decision, and you could try going straight to ledge. I don't think that turnip would have hit had the angle been right, or the distance. So Jables takes the first stock. Well, Imad gives up the first stock maybe. Another down smash at low percents. I don't even know if that was crouch canceled. I don't think he really did much. Jables keeping him in the corner, so this is really good. And he's stuffing. He's throwing out hitboxes. Whenever he thinks Imad's gonna do something. Oh, shitty situation for Jables, but he handles it really well. Let's look at this. So Imad got him off stage. Back airs. She misses the ledge. She gets battlefielded. And then double jumps back. And she jumps back wide. I should say he. Sorry, Jables. So he double jumps all the way back to here. And had he gone, you know, tried to get as close as he can, this back air right there, that might have worked. I don't necessarily think Imad handled this perfectly, but most likely that's the first time he's ever. A lot of those little situations, it's not common for that to be the first or, you know, second, third time you've ever seen that happen because they're so arbitrary. So, you know, it's not like you have a game plan already. So it definitely doesn't do a terrible job. He throws out that back air, which at least does something. A little bit scary because it's also pretty common to expect a Peach to up B there, and he probably would have gotten hit by that. But the main thing is... Oh, is that a pause? The main thing is... After the air dodge, he doesn't... Yeah, that's just a tech flip, though. You can't say much about that. So... Oh! Imad gives up the stock. Okay. And Jables is like, yeah, I'll take it. So that sucks. I don't know what happened here. He's probably trying to do some shine tech or something. But charging the golf, that was I would have bet that was going to be a down B. I don't know how that turns into a pause, but you never know.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. I was just taken back by that pause.
But you know, he's moving on, and he takes a stock. So he's only one stock down. No reason to worry yet.
Well, I mean, it did lead to his death.
I was just gonna say, as long as he doesn't get down smashed at the beginning of stock. So I'm mad. You know, I don't think there's much I can tell you about that. You already know. You know, you just kind of found yourself in a bad spot. It's sort of like when you missed a DI on a puffs up throw as a spacey. You know you're supposed to DI. You know you should, but you just happen to not, and you just happen to be in the wrong place or the wrong time or whatever, and you get hit. That looked like a buffered roll. I don't think that was intentional. I don't necessarily like that pressure from Jables, but Imad doesn't look like he knows how to handle it very well. Just coming in with some back airs, you know, flow canceled into a down smash. It's doing numbers to him. Oh, really nice. I like that. He could have gone for a grab, which might have been better, but he down smashes. But he gets 2 hits. Had he gotten just 1 hit, that would probably not have been the most optimal thing for Jables. But he gets both hits and sends him back off to the right. Is that a stage? No, it's just the screen looks all fuzzy. Good tech chase. I like the down throws. Another back air to down smash. I don't know if Imad's crouch canceling those or what. But again, it's kind of just like you need to space better. Don't get hit by the back air. Or at least throw out a hitbox to contest it. That's what you gotta do at least. So they're kind of just going back and forth in neutral. This is looking like Jables' game. Definitely closer than it looks. Oh god, did that work? Oh my god. And Jables saying, don't nod your head, Jables. Don't give him credit for that. Definitely, so Jables, if you can see, she is not in hit stun there. That is free fall. So that was just kind of sloppy from Jables. It looks like there's sometimes when you don't pay attention to your opponent, you pay attention to yourself, and then all of a sudden they'll sneak up on you. It looks like Jables was not aware until too late that Imad was coming out there. Me personally, I know Imad's a monkey and will run off stage and try to shine me or whatever, so I always expect him to be coming. It looks like that time he was just a little too slow on it. I think that was, but then again, you know, Greg, you're at 96% last stock. Might as well go for things like that. Had he not gotten that kill, Jables might have taken the stock. He might have gotten much more percent, so it was a little bit of a desperation move, but can't be too upset about it. Okay, so now Imad starts taking to the platforms. Now he starts running away, and Jables is actually doing a pretty decent job. He's not following him too much. He's keeping control of the stage and throwing out hitboxes, you know. This is really good. I don't know if that double jump, that might have been a little bit too much. It allows Greg, or IMAD, to get back to the... Oh, that sucks. It allows IMAD to get back onto the stage, which could have turned into, you know... could have turned into IMAD having a more favorable position here. But then he whiffs the grab, gets down smashed, and then picks a bad angle. And that was a pretty bad... honestly... So here, most foxes, most spacies are gonna know and be aware that they're not gonna get that left angle. So if we follow this line, check out this perfectly straight line. Fox is already a little bit below it. And you know, in case you didn't know, if you're in your Firefox, you drift down a little bit while you're in it. I don't know if that depends on the momentum before you Firefox. I don't know much of the math behind that, but in any case, even if you're perfectly on the line, you know if you go straight in, you're going to get battlefielded and then die a horrible death. So he definitely, it looks like he's, my guess is he's trying to go for the just off of downward angle, which catches people off guard a lot because they're expecting to sit here and not have to worry about a hitbox and just cover something. But then all of a sudden it's coming right towards them and you kind of freak out and can't throw out something quick enough, you know. Which is probably what he was going for. He's probably trying to catch him off guard. So my guess is, yeah, he misses the angle and he falls to his death. Which sucks. So that's kind of a sour end to what was a really good set and a pretty close one. Definitely could have gone either way. I feel like both players were performing pretty well. It kind of came down to, first of all, IMAD, especially that game, and I think most of the first two stocks of the first two games, I think, looks like IMAD, you got hit by those down smashes, which were really unfortunate. You know, you could have DI'd a little bit better, or maybe there's a tech you missed or something. But so it you're kind of playing from behind from the beginning because you almost started every single stock at 40 to 60%, and obviously that sucks. And then that last game, I don't know, what would you have? 2 SDs? You had one over on the left side of the stage from an up B. I don't know where it was. Missed a short in there for sure, by the way. One from the left coming down, and then one from the right coming straight in when you meant to go up. So that's 2 stocks there. And I don't recall what percentages they were at, but I don't think they were too volatile. You know, I don't think he was at too low percent. So I don't think it was really that big of a deal. But the one last thing I'll say is when it comes to you doing Fox super technical stuff against Jables or any, you know, floaty, I think... Because obviously, IMAD here is capable of doing some really nasty shine pressure and wave shines and some sick combos and stuff. We saw a couple really nice ones. But if you're not hitting them, you kind of have to... Whoa, was that Cowbell? Yo, Cowbell was in the chat. You kind of have to give up on it. You know, if you're not hitting them, if you've missed several in a row. Because what happens here... Is this where it was? Yeah, he gets 2 shines... and then nothing. Whereas if he wanted to, he could have done shine into an immediate up smash. In my opinion, that's the wiener thing to do. But if you're noticing that you're not confirming off all these different, you know, combos and strings and stuff, you kind of have to accept that and go for the guaranteed stuff. You know, even if you're capable of getting 6 shines, well, not 6, you're not going to fit that many, but if you're capable of getting 4 or 5 wave shines into an up tilt, into an up air, you know, go for it. I think you should always try to go for those things and extend as far as you can, and especially get better at those things. But if you're not hitting them, if you can get 1 shine into a grab, that could have been an up throw up air, which would have been pretty close to killing, especially after, you know, get 10% on, if you were to get, you know, 10% off wave shines. Or an up smash, or you could have just done 1 and up tilt to continue it that way. I know you like to do your down tilts. So overall, pretty good set. I think that was really close. Could have gone either way. And I think that set was a lot more interesting than the last, just because most of the things going on weren't technical errors. They were mostly decisions and things like that. So, okay, so this is the end for the second video. When I clip it.